stewardship of Donald Trump, whose administration has wasted no time in slamming the door shut on African nations seeking entry into the United States. In a sweeping executive order issued earlier this month, the Trump administration unveiled a list of 43 countries facing stringent travel restrictions, 22 of them African. From Libya to Somalia, Sudan to Burkina Faso, the message is clear. America's gates are barred, and the continent's sons and daughters are once more deemed unworthy of crossing its thresholds. Yet, as the dust settles on this latest affront, a deeper truth emerges, one that resonates with the spirit of Pan-Africanism and the unyielding call for African self-determination. This is not merely a ban, it is a mirror held up to the face of a continent long shackled by its own leaders' greed and complacency. It is a wake-up call for corrupt African elites to abandon their begging bowls and invest in the soil of their ancestors. And for nations like Burkina Faso, led by the resolute Captain Ibrahim Traoré, it is a shrug of the shoulders, a reminder that Africa's future lies not in the crumbs of Western aid, but in the hands of its own people. Let us first dissect this so-called travel ban. Trump's memo, cloaked in the language of national security and economic protectionism, paints a broad brush over nations deemed insufficiently aligned with America's interests. The red list, those facing a total ban, includes Libya, Somalia and Sudan, nations already battered by years of Western meddling and destabilization. The yellow list, given 60 days to address concerns or face harsher measures, features a litany of African states, Angola, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Chad and more, a roll call of countries whose only crime, it seems, is daring to exist outside the orbit of Washington's approval. This is not a new playbook. During his first term, Trump's infamous Muslim ban targeted nations like Nigeria and Sudan, cloaking xenophobia in the guise of policy. Now, in his second act, he widens the net, ensnaring nearly half the continent in a web of exclusion. The message is unmistakable. Africa, to Trump, is a monolith of chaos, corruption and unworthiness, a narrative as old as colonialism itself. But let us not weep, brothers and sisters. Let us not wring our hands and plead for mercy from a man who once reportedly dismissed our homelands as shithole countries. This ban is not a tragedy, it is a revelation. For too long, Africa's leaders have groveled at the feet of Western powers, trading dignity for dollars, sovereignty for scraps. Billions in aid have flowed from agencies like USAID, yet our hospitals remain empty, our schools crumble, and our youth flee across deserts and seas in search of a better life. The fault lies not with Trump's cruelty, but with the corruption that festers in our own capitals. Take Nigeria, for instance, a nation blessed with oil wealth beyond imagination, yet its leaders siphon billions into offshore accounts, while children die of preventable diseases. Or Kenya, where President William Ruto's bloated administration reeks of graft, earning him a runner-up spot in the 2024 Corrupt Person of the Year award by the Organised Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. South Africa, the continent's economic giant, loses billions of rand annually to mismanagement, yet leans heavily on USAID's PEPFAR program to prop up its HIV/AIDS response. This is the legacy of dependence, a legacy Trump's ban now forces us to confront. The statistics are damning. In 2024 alone,